Hey, everybody, pay attention. That's why you're getting squirted on. But you saw the title. You know what it is. And in case you don't, new Nick All-Star drop. New Nick All-Star. Pay attention. That's why you keep getting squirted on. Y'all ain't never gonna learn, are you? But for those of you who are new here, who just got squirted on like that, let me tell you how this goes. Usually what I do is I go back and I watch the old trailer and I say what I think is going to change, what I think is not going to change, how I felt about the character in the original game. Then I spin back and I play the second trailer for the new game, see what changed, comments on it, give my thoughts, da. If you want to skip around a video to a certain specific part, use those chapters right there on the YouTube video bar that should be below right here. Use those chapters if you want to skip around to a certain specific part of the video. And without too much more me yapping, let's start with the old trailer. The old ones used to take 100 years to start.
Hey everybody, my name is Thaddeus Cruz from the Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl development
Shout out Daddy Thaddy.
And today, I'll be showcasing the moveset of the egotistical Urchin Invader, Zim.
What?
Zim is a slow and light brawler who likes to throw traps and use his companion Gurr
he was light,
the movement of his
but that
opponents
kind of didn't matter.
Punish any aggressors.
Oh,
he excels at
I remember on my old channel before it got clapped, when I first watched what that little gnome could do, I thought it would be a problem. And as it came out, first off, you're not paying attention. That's why you're getting squirted. But second off, that little gnome was a problem. It was probably like his second best tool. Like besides Gurr, that gnome was like his second best tool. Because the way Invader Zim played in this first game, he basically just got to sit in a corner and all day. And it was so annoying, but at the same time, so fun still.
Ambushing brawlers by putting them between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah,
time to sow
that's
doom
what he did
on your enemies. Let's begin planning for Earth's conquest with Zim's light attacks.
Like he was able to combo
Zim's
the life out of you or zone you, but his zoning was so good it didn't even matter, honestly.
His light up
he could poke like crazy too.
Boosted kick.
Dear God, the trauma.
And his light down is spider spin.
I be forgetting that move exists because nobody uses it because it has no
Let's
purpose.
talk about Zim's air light attacks.
Up tilt.
Zim's light neutral air is spider windmill.
I'm not gonna lie, as big as that move is, yes, it is as good as it looks. It's one of those moves where, oh shoot, I accidentally pressed the trigger. If this was a real gun, my hand would be missing right now. But as good as it looks is as good as it is. Now, it didn't have to do a lot of damage. It didn't have to do a lot of anything. It was a special you could use in the air that just hit all around you. So whether it was for tech chasing, follow-ups, just I don't care, I'm a nair type of playstyle, like whatever you wanted to do, that nair would be able to help you do it because it was just so freaking large. It was hard to miss with that nair. It honestly is so hard to miss.
His light up air is aerial spider poke. And his light down air is leg stretch.
That move, if I don't remember correctly, wasn't too good. But like in Nick All-Stars 1, everything comboed into everything no matter what character you were playing, honestly. Yes, that includes Reptar. Like the way that this game plays, like everything is weaker, but this, like, despite it being a platform fighter, even though everything is weaker in Nick All-Stars, it's more like hit for hit, round for round, pound for pound dependent, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm saying is, you know how there's games where you're meant to get a couple hits and then back up and then get a couple hits and then back up, and that's like every character, like for example Street Fighter. And then there's games like Guilty Gear where you're meant to, or Marvel vs. Capcom, where you're meant to hit your opponent once and take like half their health bar, even at lower mid levels. Like, well, I'll say upper low levels and stuff like that. Like, even at a low level, the game as it's at its basic core is designed for you to go boop and then take half of your opponent's bar, no matter how like good or bad you are at the game. That's what Nick All Stars feel like. It feels like you get hit once and you just get deleted. Like your health just goes to 50. No matter who you're playing, you get touched once, instant 50. Versus Smash, it's a little bit more poke based, a little bit more like Street Fighter or something of the likes, where you hit your opponent like 5 times and that's a combo. Versus Nick All Stars, a 5-hit combo is like for the most ass of characters who have moves where every move does high knockback. Though, like, that's how deep the combos in this game gets, because like I said, everything combos into everything for no goddamn reason.
Is Spider Jab.
Now that move doesn't look too good, and it isn't, but what I can say is when I did like play him like against bots, because online for this game has always been dead, but when I did play him, like that move was good for like getting people up off you and beating out certain options. So like don't sleep on it, but it's not broken at the same time.
Let's move on to World Domination Phase 2 with Zim's strong attacks.
Dear Lord.
Zim's strong neutral is Burning Laser.
If I'm not incorrect, that whole so you see how it's a laser and it has like a purple explosion part. If I'm not incorrect, they could have patched it or changed it since I last checked, but that whole purple bubble part, not the red one that you see, that's the general game hit effect. This whole purple bubble was a hitbox. Atrocious, gross, all the way up to like this part of his arms. So basically, if you were there are no characters that could duck under moves reliably in this game. So like if you're anywhere in front of him, you get hit by this.
His strong up is Shock Spear.
Now that move was kind of
standard
ass.
issue
Not
for
gonna
the
hold you.
Urkin Armada. And his strong down is
for some reason his strong up, I'm not gonna hold you, it was like decent for like combos, but for actually doing what an up strong should or up smash should, which is kill, terrible.
Is Doom.
Good for comboing, terrible.
Let's go
for
over
killing.
Zim's air strong attacks.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot of the problem with Zim. Like a lot of the reason why Zim was so campy, and pay attention, that's why you keep getting squirted on. But a lot of the reason why Zim was so campy, in my opinion, is because for him it's so extremely hard to kill in a game where killing is kind of easy, that like he could combo you and combo you and combo you into infinity, but at the same time it was more efficient and more practical to just put people behind a wall and just wait for them to break your wall and then basically do a training mode combo on them in a real match, because you can. Like that was most of his gameplay, and they haven't got to Gur yet, and I'll let them talk about Gur a little bit later. But Gur, sheesh, like the gnome, that was like his second best move. But Gur, y'all gonna understand what y'all seeing. Y'all gonna understand what y'all seeing.
Zim's strong neutral air is Aerial Burning Lasers.
That move was also a burden.
His strong up air is Aerial Shock Spear. And his strong down air is Mini Moose, the ultimate
Cute
tool
little reference.
of destruction. Zim's
little
strong
reference.
down is Spider Saw.
It activates like a year later. God damn.
Let's now observe the deviousness of Zim's inventions with his
Cause like, I gotta mentally prepare for these.
special attacks. Zim's neutral special is Gur. Gur appears next to Zim, running automatically. He can be commanded to stop and start again by pressing special,
What the hell? Oh.
or jump by using a neutral light attack.
So for those of y'all watching, I don't know if y'all paid attention, but look at how high Gur just jumped.
or jump by using a neutral light attack.
Gur can jump on the platforms. So basically, oh wait. I'll let them explain the other special, and then we'll come back to this.
When Gur makes contact with an opponent, he self-destructs, dealing damage. Also, if you hit Gur on his way with a light attack, he will switch directions.
Oh yeah, also that.
Zim's up special is Bombs Away! He launches into the air and drops a bomb below that explodes on impact. And his down special is
not zoning. I forgot what it's called, but it's a tactic mostly used by zoners. Basically, if you wanted to sit in a corner and hide like a little bitch and somebody ran up on you while you was in your corner, and let's say they got past your wall, Bombs Away was just really good for saying, haha, GG's, I'm out, bitch. And going to you just get to go to the other side of the stage with a whole ass hitbox. Because
deploys a robotic lawn gnome that hangs in midair and deals area of effect damage for a set amount of time.
So, now that y'all see that, imagine for a second that Invader Zim puts a gnome like right here, center stage, and then has Gur run across and jump up on a platform and pressure you. Zim can jump and do an aerial, so now, or jump and threaten with aerials with his nair that could like either combo you or knock you into one of his other joints. Like, Zim was good at causing 50-50s and pressuring you into doing things, as well as, like I said, sitting in the corner and just, haha, I'm a turtle, haha, hey, everybody, look at me, I know how to stand in a corner. Like, Invader Zim is really good at playing that type of game, and it's honestly, do I even need this light now that I think about it, since I moved that? No, yeah, I still need this light. I should look dark. But yeah, Invader Zim was like, I won't say the best turtle in the game, but he's at least top 5. He's at least top 5 best turtles in the game. No questions about it.
Deploying a new gnome destroys the previous one. Lastly, here's Zim's taunt move. Zim's stage is...
that shit is ass.
Urkin Armada Invasion! This is a medium-sized stage.
Basically, it's a battlefield. Now, in the first game, like, this stage looked cool. I love the aesthetic, but in Nick All-Stars 1, one thing that I'm glad they changed is, and I found out because, basically because in the first game, with the, I might as well just leave my thoughts at this point.
Looks like the Urkin fleet is mobilizing. Planet Blorch's doom is assured. Now, let's witness him unleash eternal like doom on his enemies.
My CPU is at 20%, bro.
Ready?
Okay, there we go. Sometimes my computer be moving slow. If y'all seen my sidebar, y'all seen I got a lot of stuff open. All right. Well, it's frozen right now, so I'm gonna just talk. Basically, Invader Zim was a really good turtle in the first game that could like consistently stick to and stay in the corner whenever he felt like it, because that's just how, there we go, because that's just how his moveset was designed, for him to be able to just sit in the corner, like I said, in turtle. And like, this gameplay really doesn't do enough justice to how he's played, because even right there where Patrick got up off the ledge and stuff like that, or even where you see how Gur is sitting on the platform and Patrick has no options, like this right here is, like I said, it isn't doing enough justice because Invader Zim's actually fighting you. But like in a real match, like with competitive Nick All-Stars, Invader Zim is not moving around this much. Like, he's not doing this much. But yeah, I don't really have too many crazy thoughts. In terms of things I think they'll change, I think that all of his changes will be cosmetic, and I don't think they're going to give him like a new side special. I think they're just going to repurpose one of his old dash attacks and make that his new side special, like they did with Rocco, and I believe they did with Jenny. I don't think they're really going to feel the need to put a lot of effort into making a new character when the old one was simply like just fine, and he was one of the better designed characters in terms of playstyle. In terms of references to the show, not so much, but like him fighting with his arms and stuff like that, that's like a cool enough reference. But in terms of like gameplay style, in terms of his fighting game functions, he's a pretty solid character. Pretty solid character. Now for the second game and the second game's trailer. Let's hop straight into it.
Hello everyone, my name is Tafar, and today we'll be talking about the notorious Urkin Invader sent once again to destroy the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star.
My screen just froze. What the Yo. I swear, bro. And like, I have 3 bars of internet and my CPU right now is at 20%. Long story short, this shouldn't be happening. I don't know what YouTube did, but when they updated they ad blocker, they anti-ad blocker code and stuff like that, it really just made it so that whenever I watch stuff on YouTube, it just doesn't work.
Hello everyone, my name is Tafar, and today we'll be talking about the notorious Urkin Invader sent once again to destroy the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Invader Zim. This little green guy with big plans always seems to come up short in his ambitions to conquer the planet on behalf of the Urkin Armada.
Oh,
Zim uses
that's another thing. That's another thing. If it wasn't for these legs, he would be a short character. Thank God, bro. Thank God. If Zim was a short character that was also like a super hefty zoner on top of that, I don't think I'd mentally be able to manage. I honestly don't.
Wide array of advanced alien gadgetry to protect his tiny, fragile body and to snatch victory from the claws of those filthy humans and animals and other animal people. While he is incredibly small and light for an Urkin Invader, if your enemies can never catch you from behind your minions who do your every bidding, explosive grenades, and a gigantic doom laser,
grenades now?
What does that even matter anyways?
And a laser? Oh!
One particular...
Oh, they changed him up a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. This actually surprised me how much they changed him. Because in the original game, like I said, in terms of references, he wasn't too good. But the amount of changes they gave him here, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them.
Item from Zim's collection of devastating tools of destruction, and his most loyal minion of all, is his state-of-the-art, not-so-standard issue, information retrieval unit, Gur. Gur can be called out with Zim's side special, and while the button is held, Gur will jet forward. While he's out and active, Gur can be controlled at any time, even while Zim himself is being grabbed or hit. He can walk and jump, he has his own light and charge attack, he can swallow opponents with grab before blowing up.
What the fuck? Oh, hell no! Who thought they was cooking? Who let these niggas chef? Oh no. So you telling me that basically Invader Zim is Rosalina and Luma now? Because before, not exactly because like Gur still explodes, but before all Gur could really do is jump on a platform or two. Now Gur could just straight up beat the fuck out of you. Like, he has his own light attacks. Excuse me? So that means I could combo somebody, leave Gur in a spot, go to the opposite side of the stage, combo somebody or hit him with a strong move that sends him to the opposite side of the stage and say, Gur, handle my light work, and that nigga could just down air you into the blast zone. Matter of fact, if he has his own light attacks, does he have light aerials? Because in that case, Gur might just be able to just say, hey, if you're off stage and Zim jumps off stage, that just means he wants to swag on you, because practically he doesn't even need it. If Gur has down aerial specials and all that.
And he'll even copy Zim's neutral special, Pew Pew. Gur is definitely a tricky little robot to play with, but if you figure out how to put him to work, he can be an incredibly valuable asset to your plans for world domination. As was just mentioned, Pew Pew is Zim's neutral special. This move is a diagonally pointed laser that can be shot in the air or while on the ground. The laser itself has just a little bit of knockback, which can make it a wonderfully versatile tool for poking opponents from afar or maintaining some offensive pressure. Zim's up special has 2 variants depending on if Gur is ready for deployment, which you can tell based on the icon next to Zim's profile. When Gur is available, Zim can point his up special in any direction and charge it for slightly more distance and speed. Watch out though, if Gur is still active on stage or if he's just recently been destroyed, you should probably be careful. Without Gur and his rocket boosters, Zim's up special becomes only a very short, very vulnerable hop. And at that point, you'll probably need to do a slime dash for some extra distance.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that bomb drop up special move was kind of like beastly in the first game. Like in the first game, the way that you could, like I said, you could just be in trouble and just say, zoop, no I'm not. Like, that shit used to be oppression itself.
Last but not least is Zim's down special, Explosion. Explosion. It's a slow explosion. This move places a devastating explosive device into Zim's hands. The longer the special button is held, the bigger and slower the explosion will become. When you use the slime version, the explosion starts out with about half of its maximum charge.
What the heck? This
Zim certainly does not come alone on his quest for victory. Besides Gur, Minimus and his guardian gnomes also join the fray. Minimus is Zim's charged down air. When called into action, Minimus smites enemies beneath him with a bolt of lightning. The guardian gnome is Zim's grounded charge down attack. When thrown out, the gnome slides forward and pops out a few lasers. The longer these attacks
that's way better than the way that they had it in the first game, where it just stayed there for like all time and all infinity and just said, no, you can't go here. That's a way better move. Like, I see they're taking the snake type of approach where different moves in his moveset have different properties. Like, for example, Snake's up smash is the grenade launcher, or his forward smash was the rocket launcher. In Brawl, his down smash planted a mine. Like, that approach to his moveset, I think works really well for him, for the simple fact that's how he worked in the show. He had a lot of different gadgets and tools he could use to help himself in combat and just day-to-day problems and activities and stuff like that. So them modifying his moveset like this, I didn't expect it, but it's well appreciated. It is well appreciated. Clap it up. Clap it up. Let's drop some bombs. If it'll switch over, it's not gonna switch over, so eventually the clap will happen mad late. But yeah, let's clap it up for Ludosity. One day it'll go. There we go. Drop some bombs for Ludosity. Again, clap it up. W decision, W changes. I like how they actually put effort into this character.
Charged, the longer they stay out, and of course, the more powerful their effects. Playing keep away with the explosive grenades and lasers while also letting your minions do the work for you is an effective strategy with Zim. But don't let all that authority get to your head. With his lightweight and brutally weak recovery when Gur is unavailable, you'll quickly learn what happens when you let yourself get careless. Nonetheless, Zim is still, in fact, a mighty Urkin invader who has incredibly powerful tools with which to
another skill. I'm gonna mention that at the end.
plot your victory.
Let's see
so
what
with the right plan and proper execution, nothing can stand in your way. Are you worthy of joining the ranks of the Urkin Elite? Find out by playing Zim in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, coming very soon. Let us know who you're most excited to play, and as always, thank you for watching.
Loop, no.
Hello everyone, my name is Tafar, and today we'll be talking about the notorious Urkin Invader. Once again, to destroy the competition in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2,
Alright.
Invader Zim.
So to talk about
this little green guy
Zim
with big
and how
plans
he
always
works
seems to come up short in his
general,
ambitions to conquer the planet.
I would
on
say
behalf
that,
of the
like,
Urkin Armada.
I like the
Zim
improvements
uses a
they
wide array
gave
of
to him.
advanced alien
They really
gadgetry to protect his tiny, fragile body and to snatch victory from the claws of those filthy humans and animals and other animal people.
Wet.
While he is incredibly small and light
Alright,
for an
let me drink
Urkin
my
invader,
water,
if your
and I'll
enemies
say
can
my
never
thoughts
catch you
about
from
Invader
behind
Zim.
your minions who do your every bidding, explosive grenades, and a gigantic doom laser, what does that even matter anyways? One particular item from Zim's collection of devastating tools of destruction, and his most loyal minion of all, is his state-of-the-art,
One thing I want to say about this character and the way that he operates,
Gur can be called out with Zim's side special.
is I'm scared.
While the button is held, Gur will jet
I
forward.
am very, like, look me in my face when I say
Zim
this.
himself is being
I
grabbed
am
or hit.
very scared of Zim, because
he can swallow
in the
opponents
first
with grab
game he
before
was
blowing
a
up,
disgustingly good zoner, and in this game
Gur is
it looks
definitely a
like
tricky
he,
little robot to
again,
play with.
as
But
you
if
can
figure
see
out how to put
in
him to
the
work,
which
he
side
can
is
be
it
an
on?
incredibly
Is it on this
valuable
side?
asset to your
As
plans
you can
for
see in the
world
video
domination.
right there, he
As was just
again
mentioned,
he's going to
Pew
be
is
a
Zim's neutral
disgustingly
special.
good
This move
zoner,
is a diagonally
because
pointed
like
laser that can be shot
this
in the air
time it
or
looks
while
like
on the
he's
ground.
more of a hard
laser itself
zoner
has
versus
just
in
a
the
little bit
first
of
game
knockback, which
where
can
he
make it
could
a
just shut
wonderfully
off half the
versatile tool
stage
for
whenever
poking
he felt
opponents
like
from
it, and
afar
the stages
or
in
maintaining
general
some
in the
offensive
first game
pressure.
were a bit smaller.
Zim's up
versus
special
where
has
in
2
this
variants
game,
depending on
it
if
looks
Gur's
like
ready
the
for
scaling
deployment,
of characters varies a bit more, because in the first game it was kind of like medium size, like it was kind of like normal size character, big boy. In this game it looks like they're doing a lot more size variation because they're adding like smaller characters into the game, which means that in the first game there were certain things affected by character height, but not as much as it looks like it's going to be now. Now that character height are a bit more varied, because like I said, in the first game it was pretty much just normal height, big boy, and that was it. Now it seems like there's very small characters and that there's very large characters.
The longer the special button is held, the bigger and
how
slower the explosion will become.
in general
When
in
you
this
use the
game
slime
just
version,
are,
the explosion
in addition
starts out
to
with about
how
half of its maximum
varied
charge.
the character
Zim
movesets
certainly does not come
and
alone on his quest for victory.
playstyles are in
Gur,
regard to
Mini
their
Moose
size and their
Guardian Gnomes
mobility.
also
It looks
join the
like
fray.
this game,
Mini Moose
it looks
Zim's
like
charged
on a
down air.
gameplay
Called into
side
action,
that this
Mini Moose
game
smites
is going
enemies
to
beneath him
be
with a
a
bolt of
huge
lightning.
W
The
and
Guardian
a
Gnome is
large
Zim's grounded
major
charge down
improvement
attack.
over
When
what
thrown
they
out,
did in the
Gnome
last
slides
game. It's
forward
just
and
like
pops
I
out a few
said,
lasers.
I don't have
The longer
faith
these
in this
attacks are
game,
charged,
not because
the
of the
longer they stay
gameplay,
out,
because
and
the
of course, the more
gameplay
powerful
I
their
actually
effects.
don't mind.
Playing
Like
keep
from
away
what
with
I'm
the
seeing in this,
explosive
because I'm
grenades
seeing
and
more
lasers while
stuff
also
that
letting your
references
minions do the
things
work for you
that
is
the
an effective
characters
strategy
did.
with Zim.
A lot more
But don't let all
movesets
that
being
authority
tweaked
get
to
to your
make
head.
sure that
With his lightweight
it
and brutally weak recovery
it
when
fits
Gur
the
is
characters'
unavailable.
personalities and their aesthetic bit more.
So
So in terms of the gameplay side, I think that they improved a lot from Nick All-Stars 1. It's just I don't have faith in this game's future because of the company running this game, which is Game Mill, which again I'm gonna keep mentioning this since I was reminded of this. Game Mill is the same company that made Big Rig Racing, so I do not have any faith that they give a single fuck about how the quality of their games or how it comes
My name
out.
is Tafar, and today we'll
But
be talking about the notorious
in
Urkin
terms
Invader
of this
Zim once
game
again
on
to
a
destroy
community
the
side,
competition
on a
in
gameplay
Nickelodeon
side,
All-Star Brawl
so
2.
far I love it. I
Invader
like
Zim.
what I'm seeing. I really enjoy
This
what I'm
little
seeing.
green guy
That
with big
being
plans
said,
always seems to
I
come up
want y'all
short
to
in his
clap it up
ambitions
for
to
y'all.
conquer the planet on behalf of the
End
Urkin
of the
Armada.
video.
Zim uses a
That's
wide
right.
array of advanced
That
alien
being said,
gadgetry to protect his
y'all don't
tiny,
forget to
fragile
hit the
body
like button
and to
behind
snatch
and
victory from the claws of those filthy